They take him to a plant shop where small plants are available. His grandfather purchases 2 small plants from there, and they return home. Once home, his grandfather plants one of the plants in a large pot and places it inside the house, while the other is planted outside. Then he asks his grandson, "What do you think? Which plant will grow better in the future?" The child ponders for a moment and then responds to his grandfather, "The plant we planted inside the house will likely grow better because it is safe from all problems inside. The plant we planted outside is exposed to many risks like the scorching sun, storms, heavy rains, and even animals." His grandfather smiles and says, "We'll see what happens to both of these plants in the future." 4 years later, the boy visits his grandfather's house again. After greeting his grandfather, he asks, "Grandpa, last time I asked you how to become successful in life, but you didn't tell me anything. Now you have to tell me." His grandfather, smiling, replies, "Of course, but first let's look at the 2 plants we planted a few years ago." Saying this, his grandfather takes him to where they had kept the plant inside the house. They see that it has grown into a large plant. Then they go to the place where they planted the other plant outside. They see that the small plant has now grown into a huge and mighty tree with branches that are very strong and long, casting a shadow over the entire ground. Now the boy's grandfather looks at him and asks, "Tell me, which plant has grown bigger and stronger? Which plant has been more successful?" The boy replies, "The plant we planted outside." "But Grandpa, how is this possible? This plant must have faced many dangerous situations and problems, yet how did it grow into such a big tree?" His grandfather looks at him and says, "You are right. The plant we planted outside must have faced many challenges, and it is by overcoming those challenges that it has grown into such a large and mighty tree. Now it can extend its branches as much as it wants, and the storms and heavy rains only make its branches stronger. That's why today it has become such a huge tree, and now all these challenges seem small in comparison." Then his grandfather looks at him and says, "Son, always remember this. Until you struggle in your life, until you face difficulties, you cannot achieve success. If you always choose the comfortable path, you won't grow to your full potential. But if you are always ready to face problems, always prepared to struggle, then no goal will be impossible for you to achieve, and even the biggest challenges will begin to seem small to you." After hearing this, the boy takes a deep breath and looks at the enormous tree. His grandfather's words keep echoing in his mind. Friends, we often see problems, obstacles, and difficulties as our enemies in life. But it is these very obstacles and difficulties that make us stronger and more successful. As someone has wisely said, if there are no problems in your life, then you are likely on the wrong path. So friends, if you want to share this story with more people, then like this video and share to your friends who think that he didn't have any obstacles in his life. Thank you for watching my video.